What's going on? Ellis in the building, and I represent Sensory Overload. And today, I have a fragrance haul for you from the house of Dua. There's going to be 4 fragrances. I have 1 inspired fragrance, 2 original, and 1 quadbrid. So that's going to be 4 fragrances combined to create 1 fragrance. All right, so it's a mashup to make a masterpiece. That's what that's going to be, and hopefully it is a masterpiece. But the first fragrance we're going to dive into is an inspired fragrance from the house of Lumari. Lumari, is gaining recognition because of Porthole, which is a beautiful, juicy fruit. Not the gum, but just the fruits is juicy, it's ripe, and also a nice balance of juicy fruits and aquatic, right? And that's what Porthole has going for itself, is vacation in the bottle and really just a compliment monster. So, Dua has an inspiration from that house called Omac. And I seen the notes, I was like, you know what? Let me see if this is going to gain those compliments that I'm, accustomed to with Porthole or with Dua's version Starboard. So this right here is going to be called Island's Soul. Island's Soul. So this is a citrus aromatic fragrance with bitter orange, Sicilian mandarin, cardamom, sage, fresh ginger, mojito fusion, helichrysum. And helichrysum is going to be a floral note, and that's going to be more of a dry aromatic vibe, okay? Jasmine sambac, neroli, Moroccan rose, Timut pepper. And Timut pepper is going to be similar to Sichuan pepper. This is going to allow this fragrance to be bright, sparkling, and fresh, all right? You have sandalwave, patchouli, vetiver, moss, amber, and aromalide. So you got a nice, amount of notes here. Good blast. This is going to be a summer banger. I like the fact that's called Island Soul. Fresh in ways of like expensive soap. It's almost reminiscent of Creed's Green Irish Tweed. All right, so now it's leaning towards that expensive Irish Spring vibe. It's kind of green leaning, you know what I mean? It's not like a blue aquatic, it's like a citrus, almost like a green ambiance that's, with this fragrance. I like it. This is a summer banger. This is something for the office. I'm gonna have to compare the two between this one and Porthole, or a Starboard, you know what I mean, and see which Lumari fragrance is better, but this one serves its purpose for warm weather. It matches its name. First impression, I like it. If you just need a good freshie, nothing that's mind-blowing, I think this is a good choice. It checks those boxes, all right? Now, I don't know about the longevity, that good stuff, but that initial opening is definitely something that will garner your attention. Bright, fresh, clean, you know what I'm saying? Just something that's really compliment getting, that's really just safe in a nutshell, so you could just kind of wear it. Maybe versatile. I gotta see how that dry down is, to know if it's good for date night. But daytime wear, easy. Gym vibes, office, school, work, like all that good stuff, errands, you're gonna be okay with this. So, inspired by Lumari's Omac, what I have for you is Island's Soul. This is not a bad start. This right here is low-key going to be a good gem for the warm weather. Number 2. So now we're about to dive into some original fragrances from the house. All right, so Dua has the reputation for, making good clones, for being unique with their hybrids and tribrids, but they also make some solid original fragrances. One of my favorites, Royal Elixir. That's poppy in a bottle. You know what I mean? If you want to feel like suave in that man, that's that poppy in a bottle. You feel me? But we're going to check out this newer fragrance from the house. This one's going to be called Magnetic Heat. Magnetic Heat. So it's going to be a citrus, musky, and woody fragrance. That's going to have mandarin orange essence, sparkling citrus peel, bergamot zest, radiant citrus accord, neroli blossom, airy Newport Coast breeze, Iso E Super, skin musk, soft, transparent woods, and lab-engineered mandarin musk pheromone. Yo, those notes just sounds like this thing was made in the lab. You feel me? Like AI create this, and you just had all the tools to make it come to life. So let's see what this is going to smell like. Nice citrus fragrance. That orange, that mandarin pops off the skin. This right here is smooth. This is smooth. I don't know if that pheromone is just popping off the skin. You know what I mean? Because this one, even though it's a citrus, just like Island Soul, this is better. This is better than that, just off the rip. This one smells more versatile, where I could guarantee you could wear this on a date. That has also that vibe. You could pull this off daytime, the office, you know what I'm saying? Summer vibes, definitely summer vibes. Warm weather, all right? But now peep game. Going on the beach, you feel me? Hitting the boardwalk. Sometimes you want to get dinner on the beach, like this is going to work. This could work for happy hour, you know what I'm saying? Rooftop vibes. Come on now. Go to the amusement park, fairs, like this right here. This right here is something smooth to pull. Walk in the park or just hitting the gym. You know, you can see Shorty over there. She be doing squats and whatnot. You trying, you know what I mean? Get recognized. You know, don't overspray in the gym. But you do a little something on and, you know, walk over, excuse me. I was using that. You know what I mean? But this is a good fragrance. I like this one. This is good. I don't know if the pheromones getting to me, but magnetic heat, solid choice. Solid choice. All right. So, hey, by the House of Dua, magnetic heat. This is a good one. I like it. On to the next. Number 3. So number 3 is another original from the House of Dua. And I got it because it's a fresh fragrance. As you could tell with the previous 2, freshies are one of my go-to. Whenever you want to go on a date, you know how you may be overthinking? A fresh fragrance is always a safe bet. Freshies tend to garner the most compliments in general, you feel me? But this fragrance right here caught my attention. It's going to be called Fresh AF for him. So they do got one for the ladies in case you know what I mean, want to get the his and hers. But this right here is Fresh AF for him. So this is a fresh, aromatic, woody fragrance. Grapefruit, bergamot, iced apple, aldehydes, lavender, clary sage, green violet leaf, geranium, ambroxan, clean musk, cedarwood, vetiver, and tonka bean. So we're going to see what's in for. I like that. I think I got some aldehydes in here, some iced apple. That joint, fresh, fresh AF for sure. Fresh AF for sure. I feel like I smelled this before. It smells like an expensive designer brand fragrance. Like when you smell it, you're gonna be like, it seems like it has a bit of familiarity to it. This one seems to also be a bit more powerful. That initial opening just feels a little bit more heavier. Like this sucker may last longer on skin and just have a better sillage than the first 2 fragrances. It's maybe hard to describe, but this one just seems to have a presence. Fresh has a presence. It has a sense of familiarity with it as well. I like it. This one is an easy wear. Fresh. It's fresh as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't be trying to curse, but that's what it is. Can't go wrong with this. You know what? I told you with the freshies. Alright, but this one, I like this for gym, daytime, work, you know what I mean? Running errands. If you're going to do a date, the magnetic heat, I would still choose that. Keep this as the date joint. These are good for just like blind spray. You on the rush. You just need to throw something on. That's what this is good for. But it's either here or there. I just want to throw that out there. This is good. Okay. So another original from Dua. That's not bad. If you like that designer space, that rum, that blue fragrance, that freshie, keep this. Fresh AF for him. On to the next. Last but not least, these 4 fragrances, I can't imagine a mashup of them. Individually, I smelled them and they all do well as individual fragrances. But a mashup, this choir bird may be crazy, yo. So it's going to consist of Aventus Absolu by Creed, Altair by Parfums de Marly. You also have Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton and YSLY, the EDP version. Alright? This right here is going to be called Poseidon's Absolu with Eagle Gone Swimming de Parfum. All right, I'm gonna say this to you one more time as I get these notes because there's a plethora of them. Poseidon's Absolute with Eagle, Gone Swimming, de Parfum. Keep the notes. So this is a citrus aromatic fragrance with bergamot, lemon, mandarin orange, Sicilian orange, apple, blackcurrant, sage, juniper berries, grapefruit, orange blossom, ginger, pineapple, patchouli, pink pepper, cardamom, cinnamon, geranium, Haitian vetiver, bourbon vanilla, elemi, praline, cashmere wood, gaiac wood. You also got some cedar, amberwood, labdanum, olibanum, ambroxan, ambergris, oak moss, tonka bean, and musks. So it was these fruits down to this woodiness. I look forward to seeing how this smells, man. Let's find out. There we go. That's a good blast. Hold up, wait a minute. Gotta spray that one on. Hold up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So the vanilla in here is sexy. That like alt hair, that kind of has that vanilla essence. But it has the sexiness and suave of the Absolute Aventus, you know, that bit of a darker, juicy pineapple vibe. But you do get a sense of the YSL synthetic part, you know, like the bit has synthetic but fresh, blue. Afternoon swim helps, you know, keep this lively. It goes well. It works well with the YSL YEDP. Together though, this joint smells good. Yo, this fragrance, okay. This drink, I don't know if low key I'm almost getting like a creamsicle vibe, but sexy. It's like a sexy creamsicle. You know what I mean? But trust me, fellas, this is a good one. It's still leaning masculine. Besides the freshness, that YSL definitely peeks through, and that vanilla from Altair stands out as well off my skin. Good quadbrid. Good job, Dua. Again, it's these fragrances that you just will never think work well together. This is a mashup that low-key smells like a masterpiece. Yeah. All right, cool. So, my favorite two, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Right here. Magnetic Heat, Poseidon's Absolute with Eagle Gone Swimming. De Parfum. All right. So my fault. I'm discombobulated. Let me get it together. This is a bomb fragrance, and I need to get, you know what I mean? So inspired by Creed Absolute Aventus, Altair by Parfums de Marly. What you got? Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton, and YSL Y the EDP version. What I got for you is Poseidon's Absolute with Eagle Gone Swimming de Parfum. All right. So back to what I was saying. You know, I got these 4 fragrances, but my top 2 is going to be the last one I just spoke on. Definitely, I like that for date night vibes. This joint is low-key kind of sexy. I like it. But I also like Magnetic Heat. All right? So, daytime wear, evening wear. Boom. Golden. You feel me? This is going to create memories in the summer. These are fire. So, yeah. So, did you get anything from Duo? Because right now, I'm stunned with this last fragrance, all right? But I like my pickup. But did you get anything recently? Please let me know. And until next time, make sure you smell your best and you stay blessed. I'll catch you next time. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.